What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Tall Podcast. Today, we don't got time for a video, and I've been slacking over the weekend doing some Pee Wee football stuff with my son. Picture day on Sunday. Of course, the NFL season was Sunday too, and there was a lot of sloppy football across the NFL. So, there were some good, some bad. In Brazil versus the Packers, but the Eagles are 1-0, and I liked a lot. There were way more good than bad. The good is going to get better, and the bad is correctable. What is going on? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. And you could be early like Notification Gang. 82 people in here in less than a minute. Much love and respect. Shout out to the Ride or Dies. The Eagles defense had more ups and downs than the Eagles offense minus the turnovers. But again, Jalen Hurts, bad decision making on third down in our territory and in the red zone of the Packers. He just won't do that again. That's uncharacteristic of Jalen Hurts in his career. One thing is his decision making is one of the best in the league, right? Now, Kellen Moore doing different things with him. We'll see him change up things for sure. I do not believe he's going to have an interception problem. He's not going to have more than he did last year, which was 15. I think that's the anomaly. But he was 6 for 7 against the blitz, 91 yards and a touchdown. He had the best blitz. He was the best quarterback in week 1 versus the blitz. And that was a problem last year. Before we get any further in this Eagle debate and get to y'all comments, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. So a lot of y'all been asking me, where can I get the best Eagle tickets, whether I'm watching it in Philadelphia or on the road? Well, look no further, as today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticket app. There are more than 70,000 events on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. The Philadelphia Eagles are officially 1-0 after beating the Green Bay Packers. There's 16 more games to watch. Go check them out. And they put all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you're getting a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale from 1 to 10. So look for the green dots, green means good and red means bad, to get the best tickets out there. And you know I came through for you guys. Use my code PhillyTalkPod for $20 off your tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code PhillyTalkPod. Make sure you click the link in the description and or the pinned comment section to download the app and enjoy whatever game you pick, whether it's on the road or at home, to watch our Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, link in the description, and it's pinned in the comment section, and it will be pinned in the live chat. It will be pinned in the comment section after this video. Go get your Eagle tickets on SeatGeek using my promo code. Shout out to Infamous 2K with the $5 super chat. Do you remember me? Yes, I do. Wide receiver, young wide receiver, trying to just be one of them dudes at the wide receiver position. Appreciate you tuning in. And of course, I remember the people who show love to the channel. Real quick though, $5 super chat gets him an entry into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry. My man just got 5 entries. Again, let's talk some Eagles. The 2 turnovers is what any Jalen Hurts hater wants to go to right away. But he threw for 270 plus, had 2 touchdowns, key 4th downs, the breadbasket pass to A.J. Brown. I do want to see him be more explosive when he's running the ball. I think the RPO holds that he took, I don't think he gained 1 yard. Like, there was one time where he just took when he does the fake and keep it himself, we went backwards almost every time. But the offense is beating the blitz. It's using motion. I think we use motion 48 out of 70 snaps. That's more in 3 games, 5 games last year in week 1. And Saquon Barkley started slow. Giant fans were in the comment section talking crazy, talking about Look at him. He's not really getting nothing. He slips on the first play. But what happens? Saquon settles in. The wheel route is in the arsenal. We get 3 touchdowns from the newest member of the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you know how many touchdowns the Giants scored last night or yesterday? 0. 0 touchdowns for a team in its totality compared to the player they did not want to pay. Had 3 of them. He out-touchdowned the whole New York Giants team. Not just their running back, not just their wide receiver, their quarterback, who's a running type quarterback too. They got 0 touchdowns. Saquon got 3. AJ 8. Like, when you look at how we distributed the ball, Dallas Goedert only had 37 yards. Okay, but he came up clutch on 2 third downs. See, when you know your number ain't going to be called much, just do what you need to do on that play. Crucial third down, they give it to Dallas Goedert on a crossing route. One big fourth down, you give it to Smitty. Smitty had 84 yards. AJ had 108 yards. 100 plus rushing yards for Saquon Barkley and 3 tubs. Like I said, the ball was shared. Defensively, Quinyon Mitchell is an absolute stud, right? I just loved his cockiness, right? Mano y mano against a 4-3 guy, Christian Watson. He's right on his hip pocket, gets the nice play, no flags, and he gets up and talks trash. And we heard when he talked trash to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, it was, soft. He wasn't soft. Cooper DeJean there hyping him up. Zach Bond had 15 tackles all over the field. And on the Reed Blankenship interception, Zach Bond made Jordan Love throw the ball that way. He made Jordan Love throw it over there because he dropped back so quickly. He went from the line of scrimmage in the face of the tight end, made the ball go outside, and Reed Blankenship got the pick. A lot of people were trying to poo-poo on Reed Blankenship this offseason and early in that game. Reed Blankenship played good. Slay was locking down. Quinyon is just exactly what we wanted in our first-round corner. Now, the slot position, Maddox was getting beat. I will say this, though. Maddox did play a little bit better at the end of the game, and the run defense was hit or miss. We either stopped the guy behind the line of scrimmage or he was gaining 10 yards. There was no middle ground with the Eagles' run defense. None. 0 middle ground. They either gained 8 to 12 yards or they went backwards. There was no 3 or 4 yard runs. It was hit or miss. The Eagles' red zone defense is something to be proud of. That game could have got ugly quick. Interception. Jurgen's bad snap turned into a Jalen Hurts fumble. It could have been 14-0. But you ride out the storm, play great defense in the red zone. You weather the storm 6-0. You take the lead 7-6. It was a back and forth type game, and the Green Bay Packers will be one of the better teams in the NFC. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. They're going to come out next week and probably win. Hey, we just got the Vegas line on Eagles-Falcons Monday night at the link where Nick Foles will be retiring that number 9. 5.5 points. That's it. The Falcons lost to a football team that didn't score a touchdown. They lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers led by Justin Fields, 18-10. All field goals for Pittsburgh. 18-10. You saw what the New Orleans Saints did to Carolina Panthers. That is what we fitting to do to the Atlanta Falcons. We'll get there, though. I just want to talk about the Green Bay Packer game again. Nakobe Dean had his up and downs. Great plays at the line of scrimmage. Talking about that screen he blew up. Talking about the instincts to almost get a pick 6. Now, I would like him to intercept that. Got beaten coverage a little bit looking at the running back in the backfield. But I still was very impressed by Nakobe Dean. Very impressed by Zach Bond. Very impressed by Quinyon. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, let's not just talk about the one tackle he missed, right? He missed it. It is what it is. I understand it's very hard to tackle a player of Jaden Reed's caliber when you're running 30 miles per hour this way and you just can't stop. However, why did you have to run that fast this way? I'm going to talk about, I haven't dropped the video. We went live for the play-by-play. I normally would do a video, but Saturday and Sunday were Pee Wee football game, all-day event, because we had the later game, and I had to help set up for the older kids. And then it was picture day. And today I was starting to drop a video, but then I got a family breaking news type. So I said, let's just go live. But we will drop videos the rest of the week, show some all-22 film and all that. We were playing zone. Everybody was dropping back. CJ Garner-Johnson's responsibility was supposed to be on the left side of the field. He went to the right. That's why he had to haul ass to that side of the field. But in the run game, he was missing tackles as well. Shizzo Flex with the $5 super chat. Hurts being careless with the ball is a problem. Let's stop dancing around it. Don't accept anything in the win that you wouldn't accept in the loss. You're right. It is a problem. It was a problem Friday night against the Packers. A problem in which I don't see being a recurrent issue. This is why I can, as you said, dance around it, right? I like the statement, don't accept anything in a win that you wouldn't accept in a loss. I hear you. But I don't think this is going to be a recurrent option. Again, something that he struggled with last year due to the play calling, due to some of his own checks and Kelsey and whatnot, was the blitz. That looked good. They were so boneheads. See, here's the thing. If it's like a low-key bad play, them interceptions were so bad that I would bet I'm not saying he's never going to throw a pick, but he's never going to throw that type of pick again. I just can't see it. They were both so bad. That's going to be the first thing he corrects. Now, maybe he plays a little timid next week. We'll see. 2 interceptions, not good. And the way them two looked, like the first one is third, you're in your end zone, you're late to Devontae Smith, and there's 3 guys there. Just don't do it. The next one, you're in field goal range, just the fourth quarter. Time management, all that matters. You're rolling to your right. You're trying to make AJ go one way. He's not going that way. Don't throw the ball. They were bad interceptions for sure. But I still look at it as like it's not going to be a recurrent theme. That's just what I believe. Shout out to you for the super chat, though. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. Shizzo Flex, although he say, yo, stop being nice to Hurts' interceptions, he gets 5 entries into the jersey giveaway. Let's get back to the chat. Assassin said AJ slipped. On what play did AJ slip? Big Chris said CJ got mad. We called it out. Safety should always have the angle. Yeah, I mean, look, I heard him on IG talking about some, D-riding fans and whatnot. I think it was more to the troll. See, like, CJ Garner-Johnson is a guy that if you tell him, hey, you were not good on that play, he might be like, you know what? Yeah, I was. I think there were people going hard. And again, like, a player makes a mistake, you can say, dang, he got beat on that play. But on social media and on Twitter, people take it way too far. Instead of saying, bro, you got beat, you got cooked on that play, they'll say something like, die. We hate you. You know what I mean? Like, people don't need to go that far, And so CJ definitely gonna call a spade, but he got to be better in tackling, not just on that specific play. But so does the defense. The Packers had a lot of yards via the run game before contact. Like, they're gaining yards. They're getting pushed off our D-line. I thought the D-line started out pretty well against the run for sure, and we were getting pressure on Jordan Love early, and then it just disappeared. Like the 2 defensive stands inside the red zone. Zach Bond should have had 2 sacks to go with his 15 tackles, not just 1. But Jalen Carter gets a personal foul just by being a little moody. There were definitely things that stood out to me that was like, all right, there was question marks. The consistent pass rush is still a question mark. Now, I saw what that Atlanta Falcons offensive line looked like. It didn't look that good. If the Philadelphia Eagles don't get pressure on Kirk Cousins at the Link opening day for a home game, then my finger is starting to lean to the panic button. My finger will lean to the panic button if we don't get no pressure on a team like the Atlanta Falcons. Jordan Love is a quarterback that can evade sacks. He rolled out multiple times. Like, I don't think we just let him sit back there all day and do anything crazy. But I definitely agree with anybody that says we could use a Son Reddick for sure. Big Chris said Reed killed us. I don't know what you mean by that. I think he had the highest graded coverage grade on the team per PFF. Texas Eagles, and I think it was the field conditions that had the D-line tripping. Yes, I ain't see a field this bad since the Super Bowl. Yes, the Super Bowl field. We got another slip and slide field in Brazil, and I will put some of the missed tackles, some of the falling, some of the D-lines, inability to get there, especially after the first quarter, on the field 100%. Mamba mentality said, regardless, you guys played better than anybody thought. I thought it was, again, it goes to show that when this offense grows under Kellen, you're going to be able, we got a juggernaut offense. We're going to be able to go push to push with anybody in the NFL. Can our defense, again, I said this before the game, can our defense just stop the bleeding at times? Can our defense get a stop or two? Can our defense hold teams under 30? It might not sound good, right? You want a defense that's going to hold teams under 15, under 20. I understand that. But there's going to be so many games that if the defense just goes into it like, bro, we don't give up more than 27, we win the game. Think about this. In the NFL, the team that turns the ball over more than not, wins the football game. Especially when it's two high quality teams. If the Eagles are playing the Giants, we could turn the ball over 5 times and still beat them. But when you're playing a high quality team, one of the better teams in the NFC, you're not supposed to be able to turn the ball over 3-1. It was 3-1. Shout out to Slay for popping the ball out of Jacobs' hands, but we didn't get it. 3 turnovers for the Eagles, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble, to 1 interception for the Packers. Still won. Think about this. 3-1 turnover, we still won. Also think about the fact that we should have had another touchdown. When does the brotherly shove at the 1-yard line not work? Again, Cam Jurgens and Jalen Hurts are going to have to get on the same page. 2 bad snaps in that game. One went to the Packers. The other one took a touchdown and made it go to a field goal. The Philadelphia Eagles, when we're at the 1-yard line, we score. But we didn't score there. But because the clock was running down, we were able to settle for a field goal. And then because the Packers had no timeouts, 30 seconds wasn't enough. But we should have scored it. Think about that. The Eagles took points off the board, and we still dropped 34. That is respectable. The Packers defense, right? Let's talk about we've been talking about the Packers offense. Jordan Love, good offensive line. They got Josh Jacobs. They got that Williams kid. I like the receivers. Romeo, Dobbs, Christian Watson, and Jaden Reed, who scored 2 tubs on us, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Boy, put up like 30-plus fantasy points. Their offense is good, but their defense is good too. Jair Alexander is one of the best corners in the game. Xavier McKinney got a pick. One of the big offseason acquisition. They got the linebacker that a lot of y'all wanted over Cooper DeJean and Edrin Cooper. Preston Smith is over there. The Packers defense is good. The Packers defense is one of the better defenses in the NFC. And we dropped 34 on their head while turning the ball over 3 times and failing to convert a brotherly shove at the 1. Are you kidding me? That's a good offense. You limit turnovers. Sky's the limit. These cookies with the $5 super chat narrative from last year was we have to clean things up, but a win is a win. They never cleaned it up. And the simpler things even look difficult. That is 1000% right. But we said that 10 weeks in a row. And there were so many little things that I could even pull from a win. And mind you, we were also beating bad teams like that too. The Commanders in overtime. The Giants by a little. Heck, we lost to the Jets. Yeah, we beat the Chiefs. Close game in the Bills. But the Bills weren't a good team. The Bills were on a losing streak. After us is when they went on that winning streak and got back into the playoff race. So I get your point. And if we're talking about this by week 6, 7, 8, then I'm with you. But it's still week 1. If we crowding teams week 1, then I mean, I guess the New Orleans Saints is the best team in the NFL based off what they did week 1. I hear you, and I'm going to pay attention to that. But guess what? Last year, who do we play? All right, let's check this out. Real quick, though, before we do that, I do want to make sure you know these cookies gets 5 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. Every super chat dollar gets you in there. And again, pay attention for the videos. There will be ways for you to enter without super chatting by just showing love to the channel for the jersey giveaway and stuff. But to my guy, these cookies point. Week 1 versus the Patriots. It was a slug. It was an ugly game. But were the Patriots a good team? No. This is semi-ugly with the turnovers, but against an NFC contender. Plus, there weren't, I didn't come out the Patriots game like, yo, but did you see? As much as Jalen Hurts did this, that, in the third, did you see this? Jalen Hurts, when he wasn't turning the ball over, was dissecting the defense. 7 blitzes. 7 times the Eagles were blitzed by the Packers. We connected on 6 of them for 91 yards in the tub. That's Jalen Hurts characteristics of last year with the old play calling. We see motion on half the plays. We utilize Saquon Barkley. And on defense, definitely some things to clean up, tackling included, D-line rotation. We'll talk about that more in a video. But I'm like, last year, the guy opposite of Slay was a question mark. I think we found our guy. Linebacker, Nakobe Dean got hurt week 1. He stayed healthy and made some plays. Zach Bond looks to me better than Zach Cunningham and Nicholas Morrow combined. So I hear you. 34-29 against a Green Bay Packer team. We didn't go against the Falcons or the Raiders or the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these cookies, if we still talking about that, if we 5-0 and I'm still like, well, we haven't played our best game yet, then you could start to say deja vu. But again, we lost to the Jets. We barely beat the Commanders and the Giants and the Patriots. Let's see what happens. I really honestly feel we're about to beat the Falcons on some 37-13 type stuff, 37-17 type stuff. And that's going to change the perspective of this team again, too. But then we can look at an 0-2 Falcon team and be like, yeah, they made some nice moves in the offseason, but how good are they really? Next thing, right? This was the perfect opponent for an Eagles team to go blow for blow with after losing 6 of our last 7 and then getting a dub here. This is a good team, man. This is a good football team. I don't even know who the Packers play next week, but watch the Packers whack. Oh, prayers out to Jordan Love. Forgot to talk about that. It ain't a season-ending injury, but 6 to 8 weeks. So I don't know where the Packers will be in 6 to 8 weeks with Malik Willis as the quarterback. Again, don't let the national media say 5 weeks from now, well, the Packers are 1-4. How good are they really? No, they lost their quarterback at the end of the game, which is sad and don't want to see. I'm glad it wasn't season ending, but man, 6 to 8 weeks in a season where I think the NFC is becoming stronger, getting better. Got some dogs over here now. AFC has been a powerhouse for a minute, but we'll see. Man, I wish there was no injury there for Jordan Love. Michael said 3 turnovers and still scored 34 points. 3 turnovers and a botched touchdown on a brotherly shove and still scored 34 points. Again, left some meat on the bone. But I'm still full from whatever I did eat. You know what I mean? That's the type of energy I'm getting from this game. And there is stuff to clean up. You know? Cowboys win off their defense, right? Dak throws for less than 200 yards. They're okay. I think, forget the Cowboys. I looked around the NFL and there were a lot of sloppy games. A lot of sloppy games. Shout out to D's Cookies with the $5 super chat. He said 5 more because I want the jersey. I agree, Mike. 5-0. And we're saying the same thing. Something is wrong more than just X and O's. Fly, Eagles, fly. Hey, I appreciate the love, appreciate the super chat, and I'm with you. Again, if we're saying the same thing last year, then there is going to be some talk about how good are we. But I think by week 2, which is another Monday night game, prime time, all eyes on us, we're going to be able to shove that narrative away when we rock the house 34, 37 to 17 type. But every super chat dollar gets you an entry in the jersey giveaway on September 25th, a jersey of your choice. You don't got to get the Smitty or Barkley, whatever you want, any color. That being said, we will be doing a video that can get you entries into it as well. For those who can't, and again, super chats are never asked for. It's just greatly appreciated. And we try to give back to the community. I love y'all. You know what I mean? Mr. No-No said they showed Hurts as a bum. I can't co-sign that at all. Mama E said, like last night, that game was so sloppy. Facts. Broad F. George, Broad F. George said, also, if Nakobe Dean would have got that INT, that's a walk-in pick six. A walk-in pick six. Telling you, a lot of meat left on the bone, but on an opening day, you drop 34 points on a team that is a contending team that was talked about to be contending in the offseason. I like it. Kirk City said Quinyon looked good, though. Yes, that's another beautiful thing. A rookie corner got to play first game, and he did exactly what he needed to do. Christian Watkins is 6'2", 6'3", running a 4.3. Mano y mano, no safety help. Fangio, on the third play of the game, says, hey, Quinyon, you up for the task? Quinyon said, put me in, coach. He was up. CB with the $10 super chat. Smash that like button. It's free. Good win. Rather be 1-0 than 0-1. Muscle up. Bird emoji. You're right. I get the people saying we don't want to go into 5, 6, 7 weeks of NFL Eagle football saying that at least we won only, right? We want to be able to say, look what we do to teams that are not worthy. But the Packers were a worthy opponent, and they pushed us, rightfully so. That was not a quote-unquote home game. The field was sloppy. There's a lot of things going wrong, but as CB said, smash the like button. It is free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing, and it's greatly appreciated. Literally 476 people in here. We should be able to get at least 250 to 300 on the like button. If just half of y'all or a third of y'all do the dang thing. Shout out to CB for always showing love to the channel. 10 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. Every super chat dollar gets you up in there. Zach Bond, though, I did see a Zach Bond comment, and I agree. He flew around. He literally fly like an eagle type stuff. We're talking 15 tackles, should have been 2 sacks because when you get a personal foul like Jalen Carter did, the play's over. Nothing of that flag from Jalen Carter affected the play. Zach Bond gets the sack. After the play's over, Carter mushes the guy in the face, and it pulls his sack away. Now, we still got the stop in the red zone, right? It was the first defensive stand for the Eagles. But Zach Bond could have came away with week 1, 15 tackles. Actually, it would have been 16. It would have been 16 tackles and 2 sacks. That's crazy type work. And when we watch the film tomorrow, or when we do the videos, you're gonna see that interception from Reed Blankenship was low-key Zach Bond creating it. He was on the right side of the line of scrimmage, looking like he was gonna blitz. Love takes the snap, drops back. I think it's a post route, a deep post route for the tight end. Zach Bond gets underneath it, forces the tight end to go outside, forces Jalen Love to throw the ball on the outside where Reed Blankenship could break on it. And shout out to Reed for keeping that ball in his hand, a diving interception. I liked what I saw from Reed. I like what I saw from Bond. I like what I saw overall from Nakobe Dean, Quinyon, Slay. CJ got tightened up a little bit, but he was decent in coverage at times. Minus that, I don't know which way did he go type thing. Got to tackle better. The D-line, Carter was getting double teamed. Davis was stopping the run. Ajomo got pressure. I think he led with the pressures. Nolan had some pressure. Josh Sweat almost got him. I thought the D-line was going hard in the beginning. Kind of fell off as the quarters went by. Bryce Huff, though, we're going to have to talk about him a little bit more, and I want to save that for a video, especially with what Nick Sirianni said today. All that being said, even though I'm going to talk about him tomorrow, it's still too early. You can't say a guy is the best player on a team or the worst player on a team from just one game. Can't. I like what I saw for Quinyon, but what if the next 2 games he don't do it again, right? Like, so I'm happy. I'm going to hold the high standards still high. But I still can't say, well, Bryce Huff is done. Why did we sign him for 3 years? You know what I mean? But definitely wanted to see more from him. I wanted him to come out there and say, you know what? If I'm getting one-on-ones, if I'm going to be fresh on a rotation, if Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and Milton Williams has some good plays too, if they're holding down the middle, I need to do my job. Adam A.U. said I was mad at Slay early in the game. He was scared to tackle. And yeah, but look, by the time Josh Jacobs is already 8 yards down the field running at Slay, it's kind of hard. But did we not see Slay put his shoulder and his head in there and get that big-time tackle on Josh Jacobs that turned into a fumble, but we just couldn't recover it? Like, that was a big-time, big play hit. I think the tackling overall as a team was bad. Kirk City said our defense is going to be fired, just some minor changes. I hear you. Johnny said, where was Bryce Huff? I'm trying to find him too. Eagles on top said, Mike, what's your thoughts on Keely Ringo not playing very much? That I don't think it's much of a bad look for him as it's just a really, really good look for a guy like Quinyon, right? Quinyon has had the most experience. Not the most experience because he played a lot in the slot in the training camp. But I just felt like they thought that Quinyon outside with Maddox and or Cooper DeJean inside is a better look than Quinyon inside. Sorry, with Keely outside. Again, Keely had some good tape. And it was a tough competition early on in camp between him and Isaiah Rodgers. I am surprised that's the way they went. And I mean, I don't think there was anything that happened during the game that should have suggested the Eagles just change it, except for Vontae Max was getting cooked a little bit, especially on that one drive where it was like caught on him, penalty on him, touchdown on him. But I guess they went with the veteran, like instead. All right, so at the end of the day, Quinyon was always going to be on the field at slot. So when Isaiah Rodgers went off, I think they said, who should we do? Quinyon's going to be on the field, whether it's outside or inside. Should we bring in the youngster, Keely Ringo, second-year man, or bring in an experienced guy in Avonte Maddox? So maybe they went with the experience right there. JB said, can't actually judge edge rushers based off this game. I saw all of the edge rushers slipping and sliding everywhere. That's another thing. The guys who were most affected via this field was the pass rush. Think about the Super Bowl season. I kind of hate thinking about it. We led the league in sacks, 70 plus sacks. The closest person was like 15 or 17 away from us. But on a slip and slide field, that was the Super Bowl, damn shame. We had 0 sacks. The 70 sack D line couldn't get Mahomes once on a slip and slide field. How can we expect these guys to get at Jordan Love, who's another mobile quarterback with a good offensive line on a slip and slide field? Beautiful take, JB. And regardless, I'm not quick to judge anything that is bad off of one game. Via Jalen Hurts did a lot of good, but them interceptions can never happen again, in the sense of they were just plays that you just don't throw. You take the sack, you eat the, I don't know, do whatever you got to do. They were through 2 balls that you just don't, 2 footballs you just don't throw. But I believe Jalen Hurts knows that and won't allow that to keep happening. Purple Drip TV with the $2 super chat. Sidney Brown gonna go crazy when he gets back. Watch. Hey, for everybody thinking that he's gonna come in and just steal Reed Blankenship's job, I don't know. I like what I saw from Reed Blankenship last night. But I do think that the athleticism of a Sidney Brown and the crazy tackling ability, even though Reed has some nice tackles too. Why am I going? Fangio ain't gonna just let him come back and sit the bench. I don't think he'll start. I think he'll mix it in with guys like CJ and Reed, and even a slot corner can get some big nickel snaps. But I am interested to see under Fangio what he does. I think Fangio played some nice looks, but I think he got to help out his D line. Again, when you look at the run game for the Packers, it was hit or miss. We either stopped them behind the line of scrimmage or they were running for 8 to 12 yards. There weren't really many 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. It was 0 or 10. But when they got 10 yards, they had so many runs, or they had so many yards before contact. That means their offensive line is opening up holes so big that my man is running 3, 8, 9, 7 yards downfield before he's even touched. So when you're allowing the team to run down the field untouched, and then when you try to tackle him, you can't tackle him, it's a bad combination. Once again, shout out to Purple Drip TV. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry to the jersey giveaway on September 25th. He just got 2 entries. Wheels Us with the $10 super chat. Appreciate the love and support, my guy. What up, Mike? Some bad, but a lot of good to take away from this game. The defense was better than I expected. Let's see how the offense does at home next week. Go Birds. Yeah, I think next week we're going to see the beatdown type game, 37-17 type scoreboard. But going to the defense, as Wheel Us said, I think there were more bright spots than bad spots. And when you look at 29 points scored via the Green Bay's high-powered offense, I look at it like 3 turnovers could have really hurt a new poor defense, but it didn't hurt us. I look at the C.J. Gardner-Johnson play where Jaden Reed scores a 70-yard touchdown or something. Do you know what down it was? It was like 3rd and 10. So on that play, Eagles get a stop on 1st down. Eagles get a stop on 2nd down. And it's just good call by Fangio, just bad. I don't know why CJ went to the left. Should have just dropped back and covered to the right. Maybe it's still a catch, but it's not a touchdown. I don't know. But I think the defense showed enough that you should be able to think a guy like Fangio is going to build off this. And if you like some of the things you saw on defense, it's only going to get better. So that's my take on it. I'm with you. I think there was some bad turnovers on offense, run defense at times, tackling, but I think still we got some sticky cover guys. Sticky cover guys for sure. 10 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 25th for my guy Wheels Us. Let's get to the comment section. Adam AU said, we need everybody possible. Hey, we need everybody possible, if you ask me. It ain't even about spots being taken no more. Nobody's spot is getting took. Trust me. They stopped them in the red zone back-to-back off turnovers. Yes. Red zone defense looking extra grimy, extra gritty. I like it. G Brown said, I'm predicting 5 sacks overall from our D-line Monday night. Sign me up. And one of them sacks is coming from number 3, Nolan Smith. You heard it here first. If not, then do what you say. Let me hear it. Davis said 23 turnovers in his last 18 games by Hurts. Stop making excuses for Wentz 2.0. 23 turnovers. Yeah, it's not good. And again, that fumble is going to be credited to Jalen Hurts, but he never had possession. It goes from Cam Jurgens, hits his right shoulder, chest, and falls to the ground. It's on Jalen Hurts, but it wasn't Jalen Hurts. The 2 interceptions, ugly. You can't do it. That's just bad everything. But again, I saw Jalen Hurts execute against the blitz like I never seen before. I seen Jalen Hurts drop some bread basket passes to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I seen Jalen be clutch on 4th down. Turnovers can be corrected. You're going to go grand scheme of thing and say 18, 23 turnovers, cool. I hear you. I don't like it either. If it continues, if Jalen Hurts has 2 turnovers against the Falcons, a turnover 2 against the week 3 opponent, I'm going to talk about it. But if you want to go grand scheme of thing, let's look at his 23 turnovers in the last 18 games, right? Don't like it. After that 18, what does the previous 18 look like? Not that many. Did it once, can do it again. Which one? We'll see. Yogi said we fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line. Jalen, the center, got to do better. We won, but it don't look good. Again, I think some of us watched like totally different games. I understand there were some things to correct, but I don't think we played that bad of a game when you look at the overall. I think the defense did a lot of good, left some meat on the bone. The offense did a lot of good, left some meat, but it's not like we couldn't move the ball, and it's not like we couldn't get crucial stops. A team that gets 2 turnovers on the first 2 drives, bad defenses get blown out the door 14-0 off the grip. The Packers had the ball 3 times in the first 5 minutes. In the first 5 or 6 minutes, the Packers had the ball 3 times. 2 of them in our 20. I like that. The defense stopped. That type of momentum. Purple Drip TV with the $2 super chat. Cowboys happy they won. They played the Browns. Yeah, look, I thought the Browns were going to come out a little stronger. And that offense, listen, Elliott Shore Park said it on Twitter, and I got to absolutely co-sign this, even though, I don't like some of the things he's done with Deshaun Jackson and whatnot. That being said, Lord have mercy. The Eagles dodged a bullet. Remember way back when Jalen Hurts was just a 1-year player and we were in the market for possibly trading assets, 1st-round picks for Deshaun Watson. Lord have mercy. Thank God we didn't do that. Some of these young studs we wanted to have. And, yeah, the Browns defense tried to keep them in it, but Lord have mercy, the Browns offense, ugly. Purple Drip TV, $2 super chat, gets 2 more entries into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. Let's go. Let's read a couple more comments. I can't stay on too long again. I wanted to drop a video really breaking down the game, but, again, we played Friday. My schedule was off a little bit over the weekend. But we're going to get back to dropping videos, the whole recap. so I can tell you how I feel about certain plays with the play running film, blah, blah, blah. And we go from there. Germ215 said everyone has to remember this is the first game of the season with new pieces all over the field. Yes, just like we talked about to start the stream. The NFL Sunday, I saw a lot of sloppy football as well. David, yo, he coming in here real negative. Stop acting like Saquon's average per rush was good. You take away 3 of his runs and he's had an average game. The Packers got a good defense. Okay, that's one thing. If I take away 3 of by you saying if you take away 3 of his runs, he had an average game. Okay, that's why he didn't have an average game, because he's a home run hitter and he don't need every run to be big. It only takes 1 to break loose. But if we are talking about a guy who had 3 tubs, anything but great, I don't know what we doing. Like, yes, you just crying over anything at this point. If you take away a couple of his touchdowns and take away 3 of his runs, I mean, Saquon he did what the Giants did. What are we doing here? There's no negative Saquon talk in this chat. Like, that is just ridiculous. I think it's funny. I ain't mad at the game. Y'all, anybody can have their own opinion. Would we like to see 5 yards of carry, the old school grinding that way? Cool. Why not? But I would take that Saquon game next week, a week after that, and a week after that. Shit, I didn't care if he only had 50 yards rushing. We have so many weapons. We can get the ball down the field any way we want. You can't simulate or talk about or debunk 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. Lord Vaughn said, hot take, this secondary will be better than 2022. Sheesh, that's tough. Because statistically, in 2022, it was the best second. It was we allowed the least amount of passing yards in the 2022 season. So that's gonna be hard to do statistically. But I like the hot take. Mizzy D with the $2 super chat. Appreciate the love and the support, my guy. 2 entries for Mizzy D into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. Jersey of your choice. I see Blue Yum in the chat. Anthony up in here as well. Yogi said we fumbled. I think I already read that one. I gotta go all the way back up there. Another super chat. Oh no, that's Mizzy D. Anthony's in the building. Why all these things flash like that? Nina in the building. What's up, Nina? Takeaway runs is crazy talk, right? If you take away 5 points of the Eagles, it actually was a tie game. If we take away 5 of the Eagles' points, heck, why stop at 5? If we take away 6 points, the Packers actually beat the Eagles. Hey, it's all good, man. This is crazy. That's crazy. Chiquita in the building. What's up with you? Red Eagles. Regal Eagles said, I agree. I love Jalen. You're missing the point. Yeah, look, I like Jalen. I believe in Jalen, but I can't look y'all in the mirror or in the face and say that them 2 interceptions weren't ridiculously bad in a sense of what the coverage was presenting, and you just don't do that. The reason I'm okay with it is because what he did after the fact, in between the fact, and that we got the dub, and I don't think it's going to continue to happen. If it does, we're going to talk about it. Let's see what my guy David said. You keep talking about your turnovers and still winning and putting up 34 points, but in Green Bay would have scored on those first 2 drives, you would have lost. I don't think he's an Eagle fan, first. If was a 5th, we all be drunk. What are we doing here? They didn't score on them. And if they did, then the Eagles' game plan would have changed. We don't know what would have happened because it didn't happen. Okay, you're right. The defense bailed Jalen out. But then Jalen went to work too. 34 points. He helped put them points on the board, and it was enough to get the dub. You're right. And like I said, if we take 6 points away from the Eagles, the Packers actually won. What are we doing here, though? What are we doing here? Yo, Mike, I stay out here in Dallas, and they just hate us winning. You already know. I was hoping the Cowboys lost too, though, but you already know. If buts and maybes don't exist in real life, we operate. We operate. Yeah. If buts and maybes don't exist in real life, we operate on absolutes. Yeah, I think my boy David is a Cowboy fan probably. Keisha said, "Listen, y'all, this is week 1, and I expect hiccups and some mistakes. But even with the defense, we did good. I feel that the season will be looking up. I'm right with you." Blue said, "Yeah, it was an ugly game, but why is everybody trying to take away from the win? Thought we had 3 turnovers. Though we had 3 turnovers, we still scored over 30 points. I don't see nobody else being torn apart, though." I'm with you. And when we don't turn, and that's the thing that's good, though. The fact that we flew there 9 hours, the fact that we flew there 9 hours, some people are probably thinking about, damn, the last time we played, lost. The last 7 times we played, 6 losses. A lot of moving pieces. And we're not going against the Packers are a better football team than the Cowboys. They proved that at the end of last year. And then the Packers got better. Packers are going to struggle this year now because of the injury to Jordan Love. But coming into the season, not many people wanted to see him. We seen him and defeated him. Rasul Sindor said if Dean would have caught that pick 6, yep, we playing the if game. You know what I'm saying? We could play the if game. David S. 1964 with the $2 super chat. Okay, I see you with BG on your profile picture. I rock with it. Lean with it, rock with it. My man dropped the $2 super chat. That means he gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway of your choice on September 25. I also see another super chat from my guy Atar Navarro. $10 banger. Sloppy game, yes, but we won. Negative people, stop getting anxiety over one game and acting like we lost. Let's get a larger sample size before doubting. And Hurts and the Eagles, we believe. Believe. Yes. And again, no more interceptions like that. I'm not saying he can't throw no more picks, but mark my words, Jalen won't throw more than 10 interceptions on the season. Jalen won't throw more than 10 interceptions on the season, and he's going to have 30 passing touchdowns. It's going to look something like 31 passing touchdowns. I'll put exactly 10. 31 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and 5 rushing. 6 rushing. 31 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and 550 on the ground. 14-3. Over 4,000 passing yards. Like I said, plus the 500 rushing yards. I'm going to say he's going to have like 42 in the MVP conversation. Maybe more rushing touchdowns. Maybe it's 30, 31 passing touchdowns and 7 or 8 rushing. Close to 40 total. But I do agree with Atar Navarro. The sample size got to be higher. I got to see more the good sample size and the bad sample size to really have a super opinion on it. What I saw last Friday, I think there was still more good. He got 10 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. We're going to be getting up out of here in a little bit. My son is ready to go to his... See, again, normally the day after a game, I have my recap video up. Then we got some film, blah, blah, blah. But it's been a lot of Pee Wee football events over this weekend and the pictures. Now we got this little fundraiser for the Pee Wee football team. But, it's all love at the end of the day. That's why we going live instead of doing a video today. But I appreciate the support. What you doing, bro? Say what's up to the Eagle Nation.
What's up?
Everybody in the chat, don't we think we need to get this kid a haircut? Yes or no? Put in the chat.
No.
Is he ready for a haircut? Yes or no? Let's see what the chat got to say. He don't want to get a haircut. He wanted to let it grow like that. I don't know. I think we need to get him a haircut. We're going to see what the chat has to say. Chardic Blue with the $5 super chat. All these ifs. If we ain't have third down penalties on defense, how many more punts/field goals would the Packers had on touchdown? Yeah. Listen, they got a handful of first downs on some crucial penalties via the Eagles, whether it's pass interference, whether it's personal foul, whether it's roughing the passer. Like, all the sloppy talk about the field and certain missed tackles. Bro, our penalty game was sloppy too. Shout out to you for reminding me about that. But I totally agree. So there's so many ifs. If you want to say the good ifs take away, we gotta talk about the bad ifs too. Shout out to my guy with the $5 super chat. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on September 25th. He just got 5 entries in there. Shout out to Chardock Blue. Let's see what they were saying. He said, okay, so they said no, he don't need a haircut. No, let little man make the decision. Long hair, don't care. Nah, let him go free. No. Come on, y'all supposed to say yes. Yeah, so they on your side, I get it. Okay, we gotta cut it off. No. He said, when I was to say cut it, someone said give you a baldy. Look, give him a baldy. I gotta stay on. I need a haircut myself. Don't you dare try to take it off. All right, go tell mommy to get ready. We're going. My hair long right now, but I still need a haircut. So I can't be telling him he need to get a haircut. I put a hat on. He don't. But let little man do his thing. You already know. It is what it is. Fade the sides, nice shape up, and he good. Yeah. When we get a cut, he'll get a fade, not a bald fade. We do like a 1.5 faded up, and even still, we leave hair on the top. He never gets it low. We always leave a couple inches on the top, and then he gets a low fade. But it's been a minute. That's why what used to be a little on the top is now all up in his face. But that's why you see the sides smaller. But it is what it is. You got to think about the helmet, right? He got the helmet. We put the helmet on. You can't see the hair no more. Anyways. Hey, listen, that's why I love rocking with y'all. You know what I mean? 422 people in the live stream. We talking Eagles. We talking family stuff. And again, we going to be back to the regular video upload starting Tuesday. Some hot topics to talk about as Nick Sirianni let some stuff out the bag. But we are live for 58 minutes. We might as well rock it out on a full hour. So we going to go for another minute and 30 seconds. Someone said trim the front. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Trim the front a little bit. It's a lot. It's a Philly thing. You already know. But like I said, I expect big things out of the Eagles. 1-0. That's all you could be. 1-0. And it feels good right now. His team was 2-0 before they got beat last week in the rain. It was raining cats and dogs. I'm talking about drenched. And it was 6-0. Ugly game, 6-0. 2 touchdowns called back. One for illegal formation and one for I forgot. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. How you call 2 touchdown backs? 2 touchdowns back in the rain and we lose 6-0. But I chill though. You know what I mean? But they'll be strong. They'll bounce back. 2-1 for them. They can't go undefeated no more. But so far, the Eagles are undefeated, and we can stay undefeated if we want to. And we're gonna put a whooping on the Falcons. 5.5-point favorites right now. We'll talk more as the week goes on. Monday Night Football at the link. Until next time. Wait, let me see what my guy Russell said. One thing that didn't change, Jalen Hurts is still a turnover machine. I knew he was going to say something negative. Knew it. I can only consider him a turnover machine if he continues to do it. We're talking about One game. One game. Look, Philadelphia still stinks. He's probably a Cowboy fan. These Cowboy fans got no shame. Lord said not worried about the defense at all. Of course, not perfect, but we are ahead of schedule. Definitely ahead of schedule. The question marks I have for this defense going into the season, we are 1,000% ahead of schedule. So let's see what we can do. If you're just joining, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell so you know when we go live or drop videos. Cowboy fans in here, we need more Eagle fans, definitely more Eagle fans. But again, if you're just getting here, watch the rerun. We talked about the glorious 1-0 start to the Philadelphia Eagles season. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Probably my video will drop around maybe 12, 1 o'clock. A lot of good stuff. Turn on that notification, hit the like. Until next time, y'all know what time it is, if I can find it. And we are out.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we scream and fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Yeah, this is Philly Talk with Philly Mike.